Hola! Hola. How goes it? I do not know why.
I actually changed it to the actual Mac one last time.
Yeah.
It wasn't working.
Let's see. Oh. Is that better or worse? Good old fucking 1080p gone.
I don't like that. Why do you always look at that part of the window?
Hello.
Hello!
Alright. Yeah, not too bad. Busy day.
Yes, I am.
It's a warm up.
Get the vocals in. Me. Driving home Christmas.
Is there anyone else going to be joining? Okay.
2 seconds before we go live as usual.
You're always the last one, is it?
Yeah, he joins like literally 50 seconds before we go live.
We find out.
Where's the live button?
2-hour broadcast without it switched on. Bit of a pain, isn't it? Okay.
The sky so far away tonight, but I can't lose this war. Got a pride of a fallen night. Thought that I was fit to fight for us to be. You gave me life for loving me. Tell me, where did we go so wrong? We were the perfect photo line. Why don't the pictures come out right? We are emerging from the skies. How can you choose to leave me now? Don't you tell me goodbye. After all we've been through, gave my all on this bumpy ride. Thought that I was fit to fight for us to be. You gave me life for loving me. Tell me, where did we go so wrong? We were the perfect photo line. Why don't the pictures come out right? We are emerging from the skies. How can you choose to leave me Put your body on the kitchen table and move the dishes to the side. the lights down low, throw the pillows off the bed, blow the candles out, move your body slow. If you got something on your mind, I'ma try to help you let it go. Try to help you let it go. Try to help you let it. Baby, I still wear the shirt you gave me, 'cause it reminds me of the times when I was down and you were there to save me, telling me that I'll be fine. Put some music on, turn the lights down low, throw the pillows off the bed, blow the candles out, move your body slow. If you got something on your mind, I'ma try to help you let it go. Try to help you let it go. Try to help you let it. If you got something on your mind, I'ma try to help you let it go. You got something on your mind, I'ma try to help you let it go. Baby, I'ma try to help you let it go. Oh no. Try to help you let it go. Try to help you let it go. Try to help you let it go.
Yeah, I'm dancing, I'm popping now. My dancing is popping now. Yeah, I'm dancing, I'm popping now. My dancing is popping now. Yeah, I'm dancing, I'm popping now. My dancing is popping now. Yeah, I'm dancing, I'm popping now. My dancing is popping now. I'm dancing, I'm dancing, I'm dancing, I'm dancing, I'm dancing, I'm dancing, I'm dancing. Need no laser. 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 Need no laser beam.
Right, I was working properly. 1 to 2 prints, that's it, isn't it?
I'm hoping this is working now. We are now live. If anyone can hear us
Are
in the
you
chat,
utilising
please let us know.
Are you utilising the beast of?
Martin Fly says no sound.
Yeah,
I can hear it. I can hear it.
you can hear it, can you?
Yeah, yeah, it's playing.
He said he got it right.
Martin Fly says no sound. Oh.
Oh. Not
Echo.
Yeah.
There is an echo, isn't there? Is it just me?
Somebody got their speakers on.
Somebody got the speakers on.
Can you hear it now? Is it working now? Me either. Anyone in the chat, can you hear everyone clearly now? Anyone at all? It's gonna go silent now, isn't it? Really quiet. Oh man. What about now?
Hang on, just got to let it.
Hello.
Can you hear me now,
hello.
Patrick?
Is there any echo there now?
Oh, that sounds better.
Does it?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Right. So someone's got YouTube
Oof.
on in the background, haven't they?
That sounds weird.
With the sound
Ah.
on.
idea that I can't.
Right, so if anyone's got it open on their phones, whatever, it's picking feedback. And it's feeding into this loop. I need to figure it out, right? So bear with me.
Hey, everyone.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
Yeah,
I've got it open, just it's muted. So
right, okay. Well, we'll just play it with that for now. Anyway, welcome to another episode of the Drone is Life live show. As you'll have seen from the thumbnail earlier, we are going to be talking to one of the nicest dudes I know, Mr. KPV. He's going to tell us all about this new combat mode within Velocidrone, the drone simulator. So first introductions, we have our actual team from Drone is Life, so I hand it over to Luke. Say hello.
Hi.
And we've got Malk and Kelsey.
Hello.
Hello.
And we have Jab.
Hello.
And our guest, Mr. KPV, aka Carl.
Hello.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So, Carl, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into FPV drone racing.
Oh, how did I get into it? It was a slow day at work that really caused it.
Okay.
And there was an advert on a website I was browsing, and I think it was for Ford Transit or something like that.
Mhm.
And in it, there was two guys flying drones through the back of a transit van. They went like in the side door and out back, and that just kind of puzzled me how they actually did it. You know, it was kind of blew my mind.
Was that Brett and Luke?
It was, it was Brett and Luke, yeah.
Yeah, that was an X-Blades job. Yeah.
So that was the first thing I saw. And when I got home from work that day, I just started Googling it and found all the Sharpoo videos and the French guys in the forest with the lights on the back of the quads. And just literally went into a deep dive on YouTube. And it kind of started from there, really. Bought a transmitter and got on the first simulator, which was FPV Freerider. And I spent 2 weeks learning on the wrong mode. I was in angle mode.
Yep.
A bit more research later, found out how to change it over. And then I started chasing some like leaderboard times. It's like an unofficial leaderboard with FPV Freerider. And I started getting close to some of the better times on it. So that kind of thought, might be a good thing for me, this. I seem to have picked it up fairly quickly. It's about a month it took me to get to that kind of level. So I went all in and bought a drone based on one of UAV Futures videos. So
Good old Stu in his videos.
yeah, it was a
The binding flies, the plug and plays.
it was a Gear Best jobby.
Yeah.
What spec? What spec?
Oh, which one was it? It was
3S, 4S?
It was a 4S, but I started on 3S. It was a little like 190 by 190 True X thing with a pod on the top of it. And it was an absolute nightmare to build because it was so tiny, and like all the cameras were massive, the VTXs were massive. So like back in the days where you build your quad and then you've got nowhere to put the VTX, so you zip tie it to the outside.
Yeah.
The immersion massive dongle thing is you had to strap to the outside carbon frame. Yeah, I remember those.
I lost my first VTX to that. I literally zip tied it. I had a QAV 210, like a genuine Luminaire one. I was really proud of, and I zip tied it sort of with the antenna directly connected to the VTX, if you know what I mean. Like the SMA was sold to the VTX, and I had the antenna coming off, and it was just sort of like single zip tied to the top plate, and the whole lot just went like on my third flight. And I was like, brilliant.
Yeah, I think my first flight, I didn't even manage to take off. I'd only got one set of props, the ones that came with the kit, and they were the old those real fragile ones.
Yeah.
I'd got one of them on backwards.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I think I got them on the right way around, but the motor was spinning the wrong way around.
Oh, so you had like the motors where you had the counterclockwise and the clockwise motors on them.
Yeah, it was all the default BLLE setup. So it literally just flipped over and stripped 3 of the props.
Oh no! Gutted.
I had to wait another week until my next go.
Well, that's the thing, right? When you get into it, nobody tells you what you need and what you don't need and how to do this and how to do that. You need to do all the research yourself, don't you?
Yeah. I've done the research. I figured out how to build it, how to do the soldering.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know I needed like 50 sets of props, a couple of dozen batteries.
So, in terms of FPV drone racing itself, how long have you been racing? Pretty much since day one, or did you do like some sort of freestyle stuff before, or?
I tried a little bit of freestyle, just because really wasn't confident at turning up to a race and getting my ass kicked, and
guilty.
You think you can, you do a couple of flips on rolls, 50 feet up in the air. And you think, oh, this is easy. But as soon as you start trying to fly under a tree or any kind of obstacle, it becomes quite a bit harder.
Yeah.
Can't remember when my first race was. I know the first race I did was one that Ben Blackburn ran, I think. It was up north somewhere.
Up to north.
Up north.
Was that in a stadium or something?
No, I think before that. It was quite a windy little place. It had a dive gate. It was one of the first UK dive gates.
Oh, good on.
And it was only about 7 foot off the ground. And it was, I think, it was about 7 by 8 is the size of the opening on it. And it was absolutely impossible.
They are intimidating dive gates. But I think Kelsey said it. You treat them as a split S and you're fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, treat the bar that you're supposed to be going under as the split S. Just obviously don't go too far backwards.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's quite easy once you get a bit of a technique to it.
Yeah, it's that whole facing downwards. Pushing that stick further forward to go downwards is it takes a little while to get used to.
Putting a hammer.
No, when you've already
not face plant your quad.
Yeah.
No, when you've already got like a split second to catch it. Otherwise, you're So it's a lot easier these days, some of the dive gates that we have, aren't they?
I was going to say, in terms of the software and how everything flew as well, I'd imagine today is a lot easier. Like,
oh, hell yeah.
The last sort of season, some of the props have really surprised me that like I've come back in and I've seen props, like I've got a prop here and it's been like up here and I've managed to complete a whole lap with a prop, like one of the blades, like pretty much just not doing anything.
So, Carl, what kind of setup do you run for the races these days? Are you a 6S pilot or are you a 4S still?
6S. So the frame is a TBS Source 2.
Okay.
It's got the Emax Eco motors on them. Only like 10 quid a motor, and they've been really quite reliable for me. So run on 6S, 13 or 1400 milliamp batteries. R lines really for the racing, especially if it's a fast track. I've got some of the GMB ones as well that I use as either warm-up packs or for courses that aren't very flat out.
Are they the 2306 Ecos?
Yeah, 2306, 1700 kV.
Yeah.
They've been really good, actually.
So I know they moved some 2207 ones, but they're a bit more expensive, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I've got 4 quads running them, and in, I think, 16, 18 months that I've had them, I think I've only got through 2 or 3 motors.
That's not bad.
So it's not bad at all, really. They might be missing a bit on the top end, but there's not many tracks where you even get above 80% throttle, really. So, hobby wing stack, the 30x30 Crossfire, which has been an absolute pain in the arse this season.
Why's that? What's happened?
It's just everybody else being on it this year.
All right.
Last year, I think there were probably half the people on it, and now it seems like there's 3/4 of the people on it, and there's just not enough bandwidth.
Just got to hope that next year the new Ghost thing sort of separates it out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get on Ghost next year.
This is the thing. You've got to gauge like what's going to happen is like either everyone's going to move to Ghost or like I've heard people say they're just going to stay Crossfire and hope that a load of other people move to Ghost.
Yeah, well, that's the cheaper option, isn't it? But you're still rolling the dice, really. If you get heat with everyone else who's still on Crossfire,
yeah,
you're going to have problems. So
I think mainly the thing just hasn't been managed properly. You know, you got people that are on like 250 milliwatts at the race line, and then there's people that are at the right setting, 25 milliwatts with the telemetry off, which you can run with telemetry on, I reckon, with at least 8 pilots if you could get them in the air, but you'd never do that. Yeah, I think if you just all uniform, it'd be a lot better.
Yeah, of course you've got people leaving their transmitters on in the pits as well.
Yeah,
that can't help.
No.
But I've heard a few people who have just got the Ghost system, and they say it's absolutely fantastic. It sounds promising, but I'll wait till all the bugs are ironed out.
Yeah,
get it early next year. There may be a competing system from TBS as well.
Oh right, what on 2.4? On
2.4, yeah. Because I think when Ghost first came out, I think TBS said something like they've basically stolen our idea and done it before we could, or something like that. It's that effect.
Oh right, interesting.
So it sounds like they were already working on something similar.
Oh, get on.
But let's see what happens.
Is Ghost then 2.4?
It is 2.4, yeah.
Is it?
So you got a much bigger bandwidth
available. Antenna as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So I suppose you might get problems from what else is on 2.4 old Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
but that's pretty rare.
Your local multipliers. Like
places we fly, it's not going to be an issue, really, is it?
No. It's just that there's a lot more bandwidth in this, so there's a lot more space to sort of dish out effectively in the radio spectrum. So
it looks really neat as well. The antennas are tiny.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone will make aftermarket antennas for it. I'd imagine so.
Yeah,
of course it will. Yeah. Of course, there's a market there for everything. So
yeah.
All they got to do is chop down their existing designs, don't they?
Yeah, that's it. It's all wavelength based, so you just chop it down. So let's kick off some questions that we usually do with our guests. And first question, we will jump in with what's your best chat up line, Mr. KPV?
What's my best chat up line? Oh Christ! Well, I'm so out of the game. I probably haven't got one. You really put me on the spot here.
Have you not seen any of the shows?
No, I haven't.
Wait for the next question.
Yeah.
Scare him off. I know, yeah.
Are they going to get worse?
They might do. We shall see. Right, so we're on a no chat up line answer for that one, right?
Yeah, I just haven't got any.
It's fine. Luke, you can fill in for some of these at some point.
I'm sure Luke's got all the lines.
Yeah. Look out!
We're not going there.
He's probably got He's probably got an
Best chat up line.
Okay, so
good.
Do you eat pizza? I'll leave with
I
that
love
first.
pizza.
Okay,
Love
so
pizza.
what's your thoughts on pineapple on as a topping
I quite enjoy it. I think it's a nice little refreshing burst of flavour.
Nah, you're wrong. You're wrong.
What are your thoughts on banana on pizza?
No.
Banana.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think Pizza Hut have done banana pizzas in the past.
No.
All right.
Apparently, it's quite nice.
That's just nasty.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you do that? And then, pizzas aside, we've got to bring up the bitch slap leaderboard, don't we?
The bitch
So-
slap leader.
If you've got the YouTube link open, you should be able to see this.
Okay.
So, anyone in the FPV community,
Yeah.
hoping this is on there. Yeah, it's.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
So, this is our current leaderboard.
Yeah.
If you could, either lovingly or hate, bitch slap someone in the FPV community, who would your choice of person be?
I was going to say, on that list, Vanover's standing out to me.
Everyone.
Mr. Vanover's got another one.
Oh,
Right.
Mr. Vanover, yeah.
So
I'm sure he's a lovely person, but he just doesn't come across as all that kind of genuine, does he?
yeah. Cool. Right. So I'll get that updated for the next show.
He did post a hella cool freestyle video today, though. Have you seen his Instagram post?
I saw that he posted. I didn't watch
It
it.
was
though.
very cool.
Yeah.
You need to watch it.
The YouTube thumbnail was corrupted, so I didn't even bother watching it.
No, it's on Instagram. His Instagram post.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good. I
I'll
enjoyed
need
it.
to
anyway.
check it out later and see what that's like.
Yeah.
So the main meat of the show, Velocidrone. Most of us FPV pilots have played the Sims at some point or other. If you haven't, why not? It gives you great dexterity. You get great control. Just within the winter months, the cold and wet, all that type of stuff. If you can't fly outdoors, get on the sim, get practicing, get better. So today's guest, KPV, Carl, has been running in the combat league of Velocidrone over this summer. How about, Carl, you introduce us to your thoughts, feelings, and how did it all become the combat setup?
Okay, so it's been probably a good six or so months in development. Ash, who's the main guy behind Velocidrone and the main developer, he was asking for beta testers to join to help test new features. So signed up for that, and shortly after, he says, "So we've got this new combat functionality that we're going to be introducing soon." So we spent probably the best part of 5 months testing it 2 or 3 times a week, probably up to 6 or 8 hours at a time.
Oh, wow.
And basically, it's FPV drone simulator combined with a first-person shooter. So you've got power-ups scattered around the scenery. You fly through a power-up and it equips you with a gun.
I like the sound of this already.
Or a shield.
It's a bit like
Or a speed up.
yeah, it's a bit like, was it Super Mario Kart in the air?
In all
Yeah,
honesty, with no context, I honestly thought when you said combat, it was in like, have you ever seen Control Line Combat where one has a streamer on? I honestly thought it was like that, where it would be sort of like you'd have to chop someone else's streamer type job.
no,
Like virtual streamer, but it's
just
like,
proper shoot 'em up. Originally, when we first started testing it, the kind of Mario Kart was kind of one of the main inspirations.
Yeah.
So we had racetracks where you could do a normal race around a circuit. We actually had one that Lefro built, and it was all like rainbow coloured, and he spent 30 hours on it, I think it was, building this track. But pretty soon afterwards, we realised that it splits the group into 2 people. You got one half who want to race,
Yeah, and the other half I want to shoot
and
people.
the other half you want to shoot, or you just wait for the racers to come round and shoot them, and you ruin their race. And it ends up as one big dogfight. So we're having races that were lasting 30 odd minutes because we're just shooting each other. So completely abandoned the idea of racing and shooting, and just went with the shooting side. So they introduced some kind of traditional FPS style combat modes. So there's capture the flag, there's team deathmatch, there's free for all, there's a soccer, which is kind of like a bit like Quidditch. There's a King of the Hill mode. There's classic capture the flag as well.
So a battle royale yet?
So there's no battle royale. No. I think the limit is there on how many people you can fit in the server. So we've got all the kind of
So in terms
all the
of,
modes that you know and love from your other shooters.
yeah, so in terms of all the various types of quads that you can actually build and customize whatever inside the game, is that fully available for these modes, or is it a specific drone that everybody uses?
There is a specific drone. In the early days, it was going to be a very small drone, like the Beta 95, but they were just not visible enough.
Okay.
Tried the 5-inch drones, and they were just too fast and too small still. So then we went with the X-Class kind of size, and they ended up building a kind of beast class. So it's kind of in between X-Class and, I don't know, just large.
Like 11-inch props,
7-inch.
something like that.
So yeah, it's got like I think 10 or 11-inch props or something like that. But with the flying characteristics of a Beta 95. So it's big, it's
Underpowered,
slow. Yeah, so it is kind of underpowered.
You like
but-
putting, I don't know, 50 like 2507s on an X.
Yeah. It makes it easy to see your opponents and to shoot them. And it makes it harder for you to do all the dodging, because after you got your first few shots in, you realise you need to start dodging, and you start doing crazy freestyle moves, like trippy spins and all kind of random stick mashing. So the smaller your quad is, the harder it is to follow throughout all that. So, but it can also be done on I think any of the quads. I know some of the guys have like a tiny whoop style combat that they play, but I think all the maps are there really are designed for the scale of the large Dominator drone, which is this beast class one.
What's your favourite weapon?
Ice shot is probably my favourite. So they've all got names and they all do different things. So you've got a pyro shot, and that one basically gives your opponent prop damage. So they'll have like 75% or 200% prop damage for like 30 seconds. There's a volt shot, and it gives them battery sag. So it really slows them down. And that's the first shot, and if you hit them again, then you'll kill them. But ice shot is like a one-shot kill, so that just knocks them out. So, but it's a slower rate of fire to kind of keep it balanced.
That's like your
So it's
sniper
kind of-
shot in COD, isn't it?
It's like sniper shot. Yeah. There's also a kind of heat-seeking missile you can get. So it's like a one shot.
Get on.
You only equip one of them.
Headshot.
And yeah, as long as the person's not doing crazy aerobatics, you can pick them off quite a distance with that.
Oh,
That's quite a
fine.
good one.
Yeah.
You can also, there's mines, so you can pick up a mine, which is especially useful in capture the flag. So you can mine the entrances to your base.
An aerial mine.
Yeah, an aerial mine. And then there's also the speed up as well. It gives you like a, I don't know, 20-30% speed boost for about 10 seconds. So
Nice.
that's good for capture the flag as well. So you can get in and out of the enemy base quicker. So there's quite a choice of weapons, really.
So is it like individual based? Is it team based? You know, can you like take down other teams? Is it like two teams? You know, one team versus one team, or is it multiple teams?
Well, Most of the modes are team-based, and when you join a lobby, the lobby manager will assign you or randomly assign you to a team. But there is one free-for-all mode, so it's just you against everybody. Everybody's just fighting for the top position. King of the Hill is also individual mode as well. Sorry. So basically, King of the Hill, there's a glowing sphere that appears somewhere on the map, and it sends out a little radar ping, and then you've got to fly around and locate it based on the audio cues. You grab it, and basically you just got to hold on to it for as long as you can, with everybody else chasing you down.
So it's like that stupid game mode in COD, that team defender mode.
Yeah. I like that.
I hate that game mode. That'll be the death of me. That
It's
game
like
mode.
that, but even worse because all your team will be hunting you as well.
Yeah. Oh right. Yeah.
Individual.
Yeah. Individual. Yeah.
Madness. I guess we should maybe take a look at some footage and
Yeah.
see
Get
what
on.
see what this bad
Roll
boy is like.
VT.
Not sure how this is going to work, but let's go for it. Oh, damn it. What's happening? Why is it not working?
Oh,
It's gone. Oh,
No.
or you continue.
we got a pop up.
You
It's
continue.
gone. Right, hold on. Let's get rid of that for now. Let's add another one.
He'll pop up one of his Warzone clips by accident and be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna leave this here."
Oh yeah.
Hold on a second. Let's. That better?
Well, that's a sort.
No.
Got something. You've just.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What?
There we go. Yeah, we got video.
No, it's going to stop now. It's...
Oh,
What's it doing?
it's asking you to sign in.
I agree.
Yeah, I can't know. I can't do it. Oh my god.
can you do Twitch instead?
I can, yeah. If you've got a link to Twitch, I can
Yeah.
shove that in. So let's
It's
just
probably
run
not the
this.
same video.
It's all good.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Trying to do too much at once,
You know,
but
now,
we'll try and do it.
We'll be right back.
Yeah,
I'll just drop you a message in Discord.
yeah.
It's already typing quick.
Okay, let's
I'm still going.
copy that.
It's working now. Everything else works.
So let's add that one in.
Click, click, click. Yeah, this is. Oh shit.
Whoa.
Oh, adverts, Twitch.
Oh, it's what makes sign into Twitch. No, that's not it. Why is it doing this?
You're doomed.
I know.
Can you just download the video from YouTube and play it?
I could. Hold on a second. Let's. Oh, that's why. Right. Okay. I've got it.
Nice. He's on it.
I'm on it.
Steve can always fix it.
Steve will fix it for you.
Oh no, don't go there.
Okay, so now we need to resize this.
Oh, got to accept something.
Oh. Got any audio for us as well?
Yeah, there should be.
Oh, maybe.
I've got audio on my side. Do you know what?
Yeah, you got music on the
Yeah,
stream.
I know.
Yeah.
Let me get rid of you.
Got music on the stream.
Wait, what? Why is the music playing? What? What's happening?
What have you done, Stephen?
Stephen.
Why is the music playing?
So tempted to break out the soundboard then.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Got rid of that nonsense.
Stephen, look at the chat, right? Just play this.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, the music stops.
Stephen, look at the chat, right? Just play this.
That's why I'm getting double feedback. Right, okay. Okay, let's try this again, shall we?
It sounds like a steep learning curve, this live streaming lark.
Oh, it's fine. See, when you do it yourself, you know, you don't have multiple people joining the call, and you just click, 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 and you're done. It's easy. Cheers, Luke. We'll be right back. Right, okay. Let's do this thing again. Bear with us in the chat, folks. I'm trying to figure.
Oh my god! I just had that sound effect on YouTube on autoplay, and it played the next one, and it played. What are you doing, step bro?
Right, let me add this as a filter.
So loud.
What are you drinking there, Malk?
Rum.
Rum.
He's obsessed.
I've just got Ribena.
Nice.
I've run out.
It's gone now.
Oh no.
I'll go and get another one in a minute.
Dope.
I'm planning to try it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, we've got a full screen window now.
Yeah, we do. Stupid thing wouldn't copy.
Oh, we've got a full screen.
So why can't I interact with that?
It's playing. Got the music again.
Yeah, we've got the music. Why is it?
Are you sure that's not the music from the stream?
It is.
Like as in the Twitch stream?
It is from the Twitch stream, yeah.
It is Twitch music, yeah. Yeah, that's the holding music, like.
Yeah. So let's.
Twitch music, yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna do
Yeah,
this.
that's the holding music, like.
This is so dumb.
That's the holding music.
It really is. It's ridiculous. Trying to. Right, so I've got that. Let's just add in this source. It really is.
That was so freaky.
Window capture. Let's add
That's
that.
another one.
That's the one. I'm adding that in there. Okay.
Try to change
Oh,
the
get on.
balance of the game by
Oh,
shooting
oh.
at enemy players as their teammates try to capture the enemy's flag.
So let me just bump this full.
All right, welcome to map 3 of week 1 of Quad Combat League. We are on.
I thought it was
CPL
Minecraft to start with. That
Falls.
little thumbnail. I was like, oh, for Minecraft.
Captain of Quad Damage European team. He's gonna take a
Yeah,
look
it's done in the
here
kind of
at
low
the
poly
red
style,
base
which is kind of
again. Both bases
pretty,
have images of each
yeah,
other.
popular these
Good
days,
in
and
terms
it
of
really
balance.
helps with your FPS as
Gameplay.
well.
This map's
Oh,
also got
nice.
some
Yeah, I
big
can imagine.
tunnels.
So this is capture the flag map we're looking at. So that's the red base,
Lepo's gonna take us through the first speed tunnel
and there's a
containers.
blue base down at the opposite
It's
end of the
gonna be a
map.
very common
Um,
path that
And
flag
there's
runners
just the
are gonna
random
take.
power-ups.
You have speed boost
So
and
that's
also
a heat-seeking
fires
guided missile there.
from all angles
Nice
inside
shot.
these tunnels.
You've
A lot
got
of
various
power-ups
different
here on these
ways
water
to
towers.
get
You're
from
gonna
one
see a
end
lot
to
of
the other. So you
pilots
go through the
spawning in,
container,
heading
pick up a
straight to
speed
these water
boost.
towers to get power-ups.
You have an acceleration of speed.
Lepo's gonna head into the blue base
Grab a
with the
weapon
red
on your
flag
way,
and hit the
Nice.
capture point.
and then
Create
you're
the
over
base
to
of
your
this
other
tower
base.
here.
But you've got 5 other people
Go
chasing you
into the black
down.
hole. There's a speed boost on the right-hand side of the map. Lepo's
Is this
gonna
you
fly through the
flying,
map.
Cole?
No, this
Right
is
side of the bus is
I
through the
think it's
containers.
just Colby doing a fly through of the map.
Are inside of
Yeah, it
containers,
sounds
offering
like Colby.
protection and speed power up, making them very.
He's just doing like an intro to
common
the
paths
series.
that
Yeah.
the flag runners are going
Yeah.
to be taking. This also is a nice area here. The
Do the power-ups disappear when you collect them?
Yeah, they disappear and they will respawn depending on the power up. It's usually something like 5 to 20 seconds.
Flag runners getting shot
So
out.
you can actually get to a stage on some maps where there's no power-ups in the middle of the field,
The first map
so everybody's
of
grabbing
the
them.
Beta test championships.
Can you just land and hide?
Left row.
Um,
Was one of the finalists on that one as well. Sky Pirates
We did
as well.
actually do that,
Put on a heck of a
but
competition
we
after
kind of
several
came to an
weeks
agreement
of
not to
beta
do that.
testing and just
Yeah.
grinding out all the bugs.
I think they
and
might have
gameplay
put something in there. If you
good,
land with the
bringing
flag,
it
I
live
think it
to the community.
automatically
So this is the
returns the flag
first
back to
ever
the base.
public
Right. Okay.
combat league tournament and series.
But yeah, in other modes, you probably could land. It's not going to get you. It's not going to get you any kills. There's also splash damage.
Okay.
So
Welcome
if you're
everybody
flying
to Quad
low to the
Combat
floor
League.
and somebody shoots and actually misses you but hits the floor, you will get some damage from that.
Oh, good on.
So same goes for any other obstacles you're flying past.
So here's some match footage from the first.
We are
part
about
of
to
this
kick it off
tournament.
here with match 1 of the
Just
bracket.
so everyone can get
Brought to you by Hydra FPV and
an idea
down
as
right.
to what it's like.
Down right
facing
our
other
Hydra admin
pilots
today.
with weapons.
And first matchup we're going to see is Killer
It's
Quads
pretty
versus
hectic.
Combat Gods. The back-to-back
Is
beta test
that your
tournament
team, Carl?
champions.
Quad Damage.
Yeah,
The
quad
team that
damage.
lost in the
Yeah.
tournament play has been
Me
Sky
and Left Row are
Pirates.
both ex-Quake players.
Matchup of that down the line
So
here.
you're
as
match
we
3,
progress
right?
through the bracket.
So we could probably.
Double elimination.
We are match 3. I can probably tell you what time
And
we
they're going to
played.
cap.
Oh, get you some.
No,
We play at 1 hour and 15
Probably
and 2
half
hours
his
and
age.
15.
Actually.
1 hour 15.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the crosshair.
Well, how long are the matches?
5 minutes.
Thank
So
you,
we play
Neon.
best of 3. So it's 3
you have
different
no idea if
maps
those
that
are
we'll
real
play
or
on.
not either.
Obviously, if you win the first 2, you
Did they
don't need to
sound
play
real?
the third. And it was just a
Little
like a
sus.
4-round knockout for this particular tournament.
We're cooking through this thing. We got match 8.
And it was just
right
a
now.
I don't have my what's going on.
Ooh,
screen
match
by the
8.
way.
knockout
I know. I just needed you
for
in so I
myself
could,
for this particular
because
tournament.
that aspect got messed up. So everyone turned their cameras off and it stretched out. We got Quad Damage versus Sky Pirates. If I
Is it
remember
who
correctly,
else
Chase,
is in your team then? Like how many's in the team?
So there's 5 in our team. There's me, Left Row, Oscar Nilsson, who's from Sweden,
No, he's not. He's.
Jutty Putty,
Oh my
What
lord.
irregular
What
on
is
the
going
EU spec
on?
races,
Now,
and
Chad,
Sweeper,
manager. Oh god.
who's another top racer. He's just started doing the EU spec races as well.
Oh, no, jeez.
So we've got quite a good team, really. Not all of them had played an awful lot,
This is gonna be a
Um,
real shit show.
but all good pilots.
Alright, so
So
one to watch here on the
we
stream
did
for
really
you
well.
guys.
Oh, okay.
We
So what's
are
going on at the moment?
time.
What's happening?
I don't know what we're looking at. I think Steve's just trying to find a
Oh
good
my
clip.
God, what the? And
Okay, so
blue
Alright,
flag,
so-
though, is out in the open.
They're just giving a
You're
commentary, so
over,
there's
laser.
no actual
there's no.
footage.
Okay, yeah.
So you will find footage of Colby's team, I think.
Yeah, so
That,
it's,
try to change
That
the
looked
balance
like
of the
it.
game. Try to change the balance of the game by shooting at enemy players as their teammates try to capture the enemy's flag.
Yeah, still on the intro.
All right, welcome
combat.
to map.
Their side? Are we talking like our
there we
side?
go.
Or their
Get some
side?
gameplay.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. There we go, recovered.
Neon coming in with a clutch.
Straight a
Flag
few
carrier
seconds
kill,
behind. Okay.
Respawn, backing it up with another kill, then going in.
So this is Colby. He's one of the top guys at this. So he's got all the crazy moves.
Turning the flag, killing another defender.
Oh, that was
taking the
mad.
other team's flag.
Our Junkyard.
So he picked up a nice shot there.
Across the field.
Inverted
Neon
flick.
picking up the speed boost.
Took a guy out of the air.
Come on.
Well, so he's being chased. He had a guy behind him, and he just
Making
flipped back
another
and killed
cap.
him.
Yep.
Wombat.
That's insane.
Neon.
So you find that the skills apply to both freestyle and racing. You're doing a lot of freestyle moves to get to the power-ups and to avoid like enemy fire and to get into a good firing position. But you're also doing like racing moves to get to the other end of the map as quick or get away from opponents.
How much do you have to lead your shots? Like, what's the sort of?
It depends on the weapon you use. Some of them are faster than others,
Copy that. Nice.
so you do have to lead it a little bit.
Do they drop or are they just straight like beams sort of thing?
they're all straight beams, I think. None of them drop, so it's a bit like an
Do we have
RPG.
both teams in here or just one team in here?
Just one.
Okay, yeah, because I'm not.
So he just
seeing
picked
any-
up the flag there.
Side, left side.
Somebody dropped. So he looks like he's defending at the moment.
Here is in classic capture the flag.
Hit
You
one.
have to have your flag back at the base to
Yeah,
score.
you can see him like
In this game
doing all
mode,
the
you don't
freestyle
have
stuff
that
to try and dodge.
He's got a compilation of some of his best shots somewhere. And he does some tricky spins and gets people while he's orbiting like a post upside down.
Right, so
Wow.
I guess you would need to up your
This is one of
rates
the highest
a little
scoring
bit
game modes because
just to
there's
get
really
those
no
snappy
barrier to
moves.
scoring a point if you can get it.
I've left mine the same.
Have you?
It's kinda controlled.
Yeah, so I'm using my racing rates, which are probably ridiculously low for you. I'm about 480 degrees a second.
Wow. Okay, that's quite low.
Where's red flag? Where's
I got it.
It's wherever you're used to, really.
I think my race rates are like 663.
I don't think fast rates will help you
The
particularly,
last bullet, baby.
because most of the moves you do will rotate you on the spot with a fast
Junkyard, going
Pyramid's
fast
got it,
rates.
junkyard line.
Whereas you really need
Go for the
to
Hail Mary.
get away from the
Nice.
spot you was just in, rather than spinning around
Shot, great
really
shot.
quickly in the same place.
Is there like a default weapon that you have with like unlimited ammo? Like, how does it work? Are you limited to ammo? Like,
No, you have to pick it up.
all right.
You can capture the flag, you get a free one. It arms 2 seconds into the first kind of first game. So that gives you a
Look at
vault
the
shot.
end of this
So
round, 9-2, looking like
you can like, shoot people off the
3
line.
scores for Neon.
Just in the scoreboard, 9-2. That was a bit of a kick in.
Coming out the front door, straight out the front.
So that's what capture the flag.
This is all classic capture the flag. There's two modes of capture the flag. There's
Oh man.
what we call the classic one, which is where you take the enemy's flag and you can't take it back to your base until your flag is back at your base as well.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and then we got the other one where you can return it at any time. So one's a lot faster because you constantly get going back and forth to the flag, and the other one there's a bit more tactics involved. So it probably suits like the more experienced teams where you can kind of stall and hide the flag and all kinds of team tactics going on.
There's some awesome moves going on here.
Left side.
There's a tunnel at the side of one of the bases, and it's got like an Indiana Jones tunnel. You might see. It's got like moving barriers so you can get kind of squashed.
Is it me, or up on that mountain sort of where he was pointing a minute ago? Is that a portal?
That's the flag return point. So
okay, right.
Your flag's home base.
It's a home base,
and where you need to get it to are two separate points on the map.
Yeah.
So it just gives you a bit more control in terms of building the maps.
And can you like adjust your camera angle and that? I assume you can.
Yeah, everything's still the same. It's still Velocidrone at heart. Still got all the rates and camera angles and field of view and all that kind of stuff. You can put a crosshair on. You got a choice of crosshair. There's also
this is out, is it now? Or
This is out. Yeah, it's a paid for add-on. I think it's only £7 or £8. There's also skins that you can get and turrets. So when you're loading in, you can see your quad on the workbench and you can apply a skin to it, and other people will see that in game. So they unlock with XP. I think there's about 30 of them. And then there's a selection of different gun turrets you can add to the top of it as well. That's all purely cosmetic.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Neon, I'm freaking covering you, bro.
I thought we were going to be in a different channel.
So who won this championship then?
We did.
Oh, get on! Well done.
Quad damage. Well, it's the first event in this kind of series. So yeah, we won this. Yeah, it's the experience of the beta testers. Yeah, it does help, and I suppose 20 years of playing similar games does help as well.
I got you, boy.
So a lot of it's down to team communication in these kind of game modes.
Where the hell's the spawn?
Just keeping calm, and you listen to some of them, and and they're all losing their minds. When things start going wrong, it's hard to kind of keep you cool.
Oh, they returned vote.
Okay, I'm gonna start putting mines out. Oh, hold on.
That's why COD
They got
gives
our
me
flag?
Tourette's.
Yeah, yeah.
Got him.
I'm returning.
Like inbound.
Luke's usually the one fighting me.
Go relax. I'm gonna be.
What?
Bro.
Complaining
Got him.
about getting shot.
Alright, I'm going to escort. Someone D. I'm going to escort.
It's usually
no.
what?
You-
How?
you-
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but I was not as loud as
Well, I'm just
Jack
coming
when he
midfield,
joined.
like, head on, so you
That
know
was the worst one so
I'll
far.
literally yell. You
That was the
Get
one
off.
to beat.
Two pushing our base.
You could sometimes see a quad with like a glowing orb around them. That's the flag carrier.
I return.
It's kind of hard to see at this size.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to see when you're actually in the game.
Got your high escort.
And can you see the trail of everybody's quads, or is it just your team?
Yeah, you have the option to turn trails on. So yeah, the trail's definitely useful.
Was that a mine? That looked like a mine.
That was a mine, yeah.
Our flag is dropped.
So
No, it's here.
the pink
Oh, their flag?
pink ones and mines at the top.
Says blue team flag's dropped.
There's usually some down in the speed tunnel down there.
Which
With the
one?
flag.
Left or right? Left or right?
So here's a question for you, Carl.
Sure.
Legs tapping.
Now
Are
it's
these
okay.
maps available to play like
coming
on
in
a
high.
solo basis,
Dead.
just to figure it out,
Fucking
figure out the layouts,
Kovacs,
that
baby.
type of
Oh,
thing?
one more? Yeah, you want to get
Covering.
someone in our base?
You can't shoot anyone. You might be able to load the maps on a solo
I need
basis,
to recharge. I need to recharge.
but the weapons won't be enabled until you have an opponent. So
Okay, where
your
are
best
you, Mark?
bet is really to hop into a multiplayer lobby and just fly around casually.
We're up 5-0.
Yeah, just let everyone know. Say, I'm not very good at this, just learning.
Here's recharge gate.
Sure, you'll get some advice. There's a lot of great people who are hanging out on these servers, so
Mines
Got
are
one
up.
inbound.
they're all very friendly, in my
And-
experience.
How many maps are there currently available?
Going
for this?
container side.
I know some of them aren't actually released yet, and some of them are in beta with unreleased like track assets. So, but there's, I'd say there's going to be at least 30, like good quality ones. There'll be some remakes of popular maps. I think I showed you
Yeah, you showed us one.
a screenshot of one of them, which was a Call of Duty map.
Yeah.
There's maps from Halo, from Quake,
Should we
Wow.
shit all over?
from Diabotical.
We're shitting on them already.
So the guys have put some serious amount of work into it,
Where's the at?
um,
Where's that at?
and the developers are creating new assets for them to build even more complex sceneries
Where is it dropped
all
at?
the time. So
Keep running,
I
keep
think we've
running,
just
keep
had
running.
over,
I got
I
it.
think, 120 or something new assets added to the library.
Relax,
Wow,
the neons
okay.
need a flag.
So
And also
it's getting to be quite a full-featured kind of
Is
editor.
that me?
And this was a user. This wasn't one of the official maps built by Velocidrone themselves. It was Colby that built this one. So he built this using the
Yeah, I
in-game
only have
editor.
Are you able to do 1v1 maps or 1v1 games?
10-0.
Uh,
All of us need to go for the
Yeah, I
flag.
think so.
Relax, sit
Yeah.
down for a minute.
You could. It would literally be same as a normal team deathmatch,
Mhm.
but you lock it when the second person joins.
Right.
So you
Okay.
can create a public lobby,
On you.
let someone join, then lock it, and then it'd be 1v1.
And I take it you can create private lobbies as well. So if you and
Yeah,
your
you
mates
can
want to
create
have a
hidden sessions. Yeah.
All
right, okay. sounds
Covering.
awesome. The
Ah,
public
fuck.
matches and things are they like skill based, based on ranks
Sorry.
and things like that
all good,
across the globe?
Not at the
or
moment. No.
Alright, here we go. Map 2.
It's
So
kind of
you-
early
you could
days.
be a noob playing against someone that's like
not
Colby.
fast.
Yeah, absolutely, and that does happen. And we did promise to take it easy on people for the first few weeks. But when the red piece comes down, it's too much fun not to. But I think a lot of people realise that it's something that people get up to speed with fairly quickly.
Mhm.
If you're a half decent pilot, it would take you probably two or 3 hours really to get up to a reasonable standard. If you're not a great pilot, you'll probably die a lot. But
Alright, here we go, guys. Match
what we've noticed is because you're doing a lot of flying and you're not really concentrating on flying, you're kind of relying on your instincts and like you're doing evasive maneuvers and you're going for an objective rather than racing around a course or trying to do a precise freestyle trick. You're learning a lot of fine control without realizing you're doing it.
Come on, D, guys. We only need one D, really.
So,
And I guess having the Velocidrone simulator itself and being familiar with its characteristics, you should be okay to start this. These game modes.
yeah, I mean, if you put some hours into Velocidrone and you're anywhere half decent, you should be fine dropping into a match and you'll be up to speed in no time. There's guys who were in the competition we had on Sunday. I think they'd only done 2 or 3 hours.
Okay. And in terms of customizations, I know I mentioned different quad types and things like that earlier, but is there like a secret sauce setup for the quad that you run on this particular game?
Some people do have their preferences. I know, I think Lefro was talking about having a tighter field of view. Gives you a bit of advantage. You definitely need to turn the trails on.
Yeah.
Really hard without trails. You definitely need to. Yeah. You definitely. You sometimes catch your own trail and think there's somebody behind you as well. It's kind of funny. You definitely need your crosshair on, but other than that, slightly lower camera angle. I'm running 35 in combat, whereas most people, well, I run 45 normally for racing. So I find that kind of helps with grabbing pickups in tight places. You don't need to be flying forward as fast to actually aim at someone, so you're not moving out of your position.
So when you pick up ammo, does it give you? Did it say 20 rounds?
Yeah, so it's 20 rounds default for the little flame and the electrical icon, which is fire shot and bolt shot. And the more powerful one is 10 rounds.
Okay.
Homing missiles are 1. The mines are 1 shot as well. So basically, once you've used them, you need to go and grab another. So you're kind of looting in a way.
Yeah.
Restocking on your ammo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does the ammo stack, or can you only have one type of ammo at any one time?
You can only have one type of ammo at a time. So this is the little cave with the obstacles in.
The obby.
Yeah, and your battery can run out as well. So you will need to recharge your battery. We have like recharge gates, which is like an orange force field that you fly through.
Yeah, that's going to be my next question.
So if someone shoots you and damages your props or gives you battery sag, and you want to get going again, you fly through one of them, and you're kind of repaired. So depending on the map designer, they'll be in different locations, and some of them build them into the maps.
Yep.
Some of them put them at a dodgy place, so you have to kind of risk it to get there.
Okay, so all these options within game, like battery sag and that type of stuff, I'm assuming that they can be changed.
Want a laptop you don't have to charge, like
you know, if you don't want to have the battery sag thing enabled, could you maybe turn that off and just have like a normal game rather than be taken down all the time?
No, you can't. No.
So
I
that's
think
a feature
in
of each
combat mode, you're not going to be able to. I think you have to run it the same as the person who's hosting the lobby.
Right.
So if someone's hosting a lobby using the big Dominator quad, you can't come along in a 5-inch and outfly them all.
Yeah. Okay.
Likewise, you can't turn your prop damage off, and you can't like up your power or reduce your weight or anything like that.
If you're the host, though, can you choose all them options?
No, you can't choose their options. No. I think
no, but you can set the options for the lobby, right?
Yeah, if you go into the lobby and you pick the game, you pick what quads we're all flying.
Yeah.
you know, you're the master of that server as such.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So then you get to choose what map you do next and who goes on what team.
Ah, fuck! I dropped the flag right
Got
above the bus tunnel.
No, they got me.
This game looks awesome.
Yeah, it does look good.
Really fun.
You said it's available now, and it's what,
Yes.
7 or 8 quid, is it? As an add-on?
It's about 7 or 8 quid. Yeah, it's an add-on. Let me just check the actual price. Oh, I've already bought it, so I won't be able to see the price.
Is it on Steam or something?
It's on Velocidrone.com.
I've got some.
Actually, if you go into the shop,
Is it going to be like Velocidrone as far as, you know, where people build their own the maps, like this guy's map here? Is this going to be sort of a seeded map somewhere that you could download? Or
Good job, Neon.
yeah, I think this one is a free map. I know they're working on a map pack for some special ones that have taken quite a lot of time to put together. But the community are currently building loads and loads of maps. So now they've got all these assets that are available to them. There is a pool of, I think, probably 7 or 8 maps currently are good for combat. But expect it to be hundreds, if not thousands, within the next year, if not 6 months.
You gotta take the speed tunnels, Mark.
There is literally thousands of maps for the racing side of thing already in
That's why
Velocidrone.
Okay, fuck it. Just keep doing what you're doing.
There's a ridiculous number.
Yeah. This is a different map.
Oh, wait, I was on the wrong base. Fuck, dude.
Okay, yes, another one of Colby's creations. This.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm going speed boost.
Yeah, these little
Capping.
freestyle
This looks
guys.
brilliant.
Yo, let me fucking flag on this shit, dude.
I have to say,
Got him?
I wasn't expecting such
Dude,
detail in
I'm
some of the
fucking
maps,
flag
because
running this
you
shit.
can have a look at a lot of the Velocidrone maps, and
Maybe
some of them
I'm
are a
not.
little bit, you know, once you've seen it, you've seen it kind of thing. But there's so much you can do with these. You know, there's no set lines of that you need to take. You know, it's just chasing down another quad and taking the sky in it.
Recharge.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
I'll either take the shot or pick it up for you.
I'll let this play for another couple of minutes, and then we'll see how the stream is.
No, it's right on the cap, right on the cap, right on the fucking cap.
Got Smoke out in the chat, who's already wanting to grab this game.
Wait, Stephen, is there a 20 gig
Let me
update?
get my lines now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
The speed boost.
But
How many updates do they want to give us, for God's sake?
the silly thing about this update is it allows you to uninstall stuff, but you've got to do a 20 gig download to get to that point where you can then uninstall 75 gig.
The game is already 250 gigabytes.
Okay, I'm
Like,
on my way out. I'm going to
Ow, are you still alive?
actually,
This is
so
ridiculous.
you've not bought
Go
Cold War,
gas,
Stephen.
you're
You've not bought the new one.
Get you some, relax.
I've got the
Get
beta
you some,
version
relax.
of the Cold
Get
War
you
game.
some,
It's up for testing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow being the 15th of
Yeah,
October and the 16th of
He was
October.
flying into the freaking tent.
After that, it won't be available to play anymore
Camper.
until release. So that
Just
was another
register
50 gig
for
update.
Oh, Mark. Mark.
Sorry, Mark.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
So you're taking 2 days off work then?
You got it.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Some Mark.
Every day is a day off work, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Jason's got a flag.
Is it just
I
an
saw it
update?
on Plunder earlier.
Never mind. He doesn't.
Is Cold War just an update for Warzone? Is it literally just a separate game?
It's a
Like,
separate game to Modern
you said
Warfare.
update and it confused me.
Alright,
I was like,
I'm
huh?
in the groove now.
Whoa, he just did some crazy stuff then, going
No,
on
I saw that.
that wooden
Wow.
structure.
What's that?
It's crazy.
These guys get a few points.
Through this bit, I think it was. On
Oh, the bit on the other side, yeah, it's
Yeah,
like a
this bit, yeah.
cage.
Real fast.
Yeah.
Let's not get comfortable.
That's mad.
Like,
Yeah, he's on it. This bit, yeah, whoa, get on.
that is insane.
Yeah, that is a good move, actually. That.
scoring you?
Skills.
Oh, you got one on you, hot.
Those sort of tents that he just flew through
Yeah.
remind me of the ones on COD.
Yeah.
Yeah, the white ones.
Otherwise, expect a humming crate inside them.
Yeah.
I'm on flag, on flag. I got flag.
I'm right behind.
Yeah, this looks awesome.
Map balance. What?
I'll have to try this at some point.
You need to get a Droneislife team together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
who
we
said that?
will
Jason, I'm
eventually.
guessing?
We
Yeah.
will.
Alright, well Jason's a pussy, so
But
he doesn't know how to play a game.
yeah, it's
Map.
gonna it's
Well,
gonna
you got
take a
too many
while.
things gaming. Too many things gaming wise. We've got what is it? Send Nudes Racing that want to play us at CS:GO again.
Oh, don't, mate, just don't.
Like the first map ever
Last time we were
made, so-
convinced that they
thanks
were
for the
cheating
feedback
because we had
on
one
the
member of
live
a team go
tournament.
to one place in the map
live
that no one
tournament
goes to. It's like pointless,
on one
and
of
they
the
found
oldest
them
maps.
there
Yeah, let's
and
give you some
killed them.
feedback.
Like they went straight there and killed him.
Feedback.
Feedback time.
So we were convinced they were using
On
some
a
sort of
beta map.
like cheating or hacking, something like that. But who
We'll
knows?
see the next time that we play them.
Yeah, that'll be the ultimate test. I've not played CS:GO in so long, so it'll probably be.
I think that's
Yeah, it's
the
been
Yeah, last time I played was when we played you. This Delta Hawks.
Yeah.
I had a challenge against you. Did you play in that, Luke?
I'm trying to think.
The first one.
Oh, the first one that we did, the Droneislife.
Yeah.
We did two. We did the one against like Brett and all that, like the Send Nudes guys, and then we did the one against
Elliot and
Elliot.
John.
Was that you? Was it you as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good match to be fair. That was close. Like.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot closer.
Yeah. I've not been on in ages, so I'll probably not be that good. So.
No, it's really slow when you go back to it.
Yeah. I've literally just bought a new game anyway. I bought Rust, so that's my new game to be playing.
Not played it, but no doubt I will. I'll end up grabbing that one as well. Right, so we have been going for well over an hour now. I just want to say thank you very much, Carl, for coming on the show and explaining and showing us, and explaining some of the stuff around this new game mode within Velocidrone Simulator itself. Feel free to let us know whenever new updates appear, like these new COD maps and Halo maps and stuff. We'll feed that back through the channel videos at some point in future. So we'll call it a night for today. Well, night for today, tonight, whatever. We'll leave it there. So it's a goodbye from me, Stephen, also known as Aries. Forgot to introduce myself at the beginning. We got Luke.
Bye. I don't know if my webcam is still blurry, but bye.
It's still blurry, but you're fine.
Terrible.
We've got Jab.
See you all later.
See you, mate.
Alk and Kelsey.
Bye.
See you guys.
And thank you very much, Carl, Mr. KPV.
Thanks for having me.